Greetings, everyone. Pete Pardo here from Sea of Tranquility. Welcome to pick 29 of my favorite 31 hard rock and heavy metal albums of the 70s. That's right, we're going heavy here this month, July 2023. 31 days of the month, I picked out my 31 favorite hard rock and metal albums released that decade. Maximum of only 2 albums by any one band. All right. So, again, to clarify, these are the heavy albums, right? The hard rockin' albums, right? Heavy metal wasn't so much a term in the 70s. It was starting to be used a little bit mid-decade and onwards, but still plenty of bands that were creating lots of thunder. So that's kind of like the caveat that I used here, right? So there's certainly lots of other albums that contain good rockin' stuff, but I'm trying real hard to separate like rock albums and hard rock metal albums, right? It's tough, but you know what? In the end, it's all in fun, so that's all that really matters. So today, for number 29, I'm going to take a look at an album, the 8th studio album from this U.S. band. It was released September 1st, 1978. Recorded at Paragon Recording Studios in Chicago, Illinois, and St. James Cathedral in Chicago. Produced by the band themselves for A&M Records. I'm talking about Pieces of 8 by Styx. Interestingly enough, Styx had an album that appeared on my prog list last month, right? The Grand Illusion. To me, The Grand Illusion is their great prog album, and Pieces of 8 is their great hard rock album. Granted, they've got other hard rock albums, and also there's prog on this album as well, but this, to me, has always been Styx's heaviest album, hardest rockin' album, and there's great hard rock all over this record. Really, really great stuff. So, I know some of you picked this last month in the prog series. I can see it. There's enough prog on here, right? Is this all that much heavier than Grand Illusion? I think it is. Grand Illusion to me is just much more majestic and artful, where this is just superbly crafted hard and heavy rock with little bits of prog, right? So, of course, in the band, we've got Dennis DeYoung on vocals and all sorts of different keyboards. James J.Y. himself Young on guitars and lead vocals. Tommy Shaw, guitars, lead vocals, mandolin. Chuck Pinozzo on bass guitar, and John Pinozzo on drums and percussion. Now, the songs. Just such a great album. You know, this, for me, one of the great things about this band has always been the variety you get within the album. So you get certainly some hard rock, you get some prog, you get some pop, you get some, early on, you get some boogie as well. And you get 3 singers, right? Especially once Tommy Shaw joined for the Crystal Ball album and onwards, right? So you got Tommy, Dennis, and JY singing lead vocals, right? Just so much variety. They all sound so different from each other. Great White Hope is the first track on the album. Blistering hard rocker, excellent song. Then you got the more proggy pop, I'm Okay, with great vocals from Dennis DeYoung, church organ, all that cool stuff, right? Then, of course, the lovely pop song Sing for the Day, which is a Tommy Shaw song. Then you got the wild synthesizer instrumental, The Message, and then the big bombastic heavy rock of Lords of the Ring, right? Of course, written by Dennis DeYoung and sung by James Young. Great guitar work in that, just excellent song. And of course, side 2. Side 1 is great, side 2 is even better. You got Blue Collar Man, Long Nights, another great Tommy Shaw song. That great organ to lead off the song from Dennis DeYoung, and then those hard charging, crushing guitar riffs and guitar solos from JY and Tommy. Blue Collar Man has been a perennial FM rock staple, radio rock staple, classic rock staple, killer song. Still love hearing it live. Great. Then you got the absolutely crushing, haunting Queen of Spades, which is perhaps my favorite Styx song of all time. So heavy, so menacing sounding. It's like they never did another song like this. Excellent song. Great vocal from Dennis on this. Then you got, of course, the rampaging rocker Renegade, another Tommy Shaw classic. And then, of course, the big, bombastic, grandiose Pieces of 8 title track, which is just absolutely amazing. Another great vocal from Dennis on that one. And it finishes off with the Aku Aku instrumental to close out the album, which another kind of terrific little song, little brief song. Great ending to a great album. It's big, it's bombastic, it's hard rock, and it's just, Styx can rock with the best of them, folks. And they were just as crushing as lots of other bands right around this time when they released this album. So that is my pick for today. Pieces of Eight by Styx. Let us know what you think of Pieces of Eight in the comments below, as well as your pick for today, pick number 29, and visit us on the web at www.seaoftranquility.org. We're on Facebook, we're on YouTube all together, all the damn time. Please subscribe if you haven't already, and click on that notification bell so you get alerted of all of our content as it posts. And please do hit the like button before you leave. Also, down below, we get the links to our Ko-Fi page for channel donations, as well as our merch page. So thanks in advance for all your help there. And we'll see you tomorrow morning with more stuff. Remember, no Hudson Valley Squares tonight. We got the kind of holiday weekend here in the States, so we'll be back with the Hudson Valley Squares on the 17th, but we've got something special for you tonight, so stay tuned for that. Really cool show talking about bands that made it really big in their own country but didn't really have much of an impact anywhere else in the world. So we've got the US, Canada, the UK, and Australia represented on the call, so we'll each be talking about 3 bands that are beloved in our own countries, but the rest of the world, maybe not so much, right? So stay tuned for that. And we'll see you then tonight on that special show. Until tomorrow morning for number 28, I am Pete Pardo. Have a good one, everybody. Bye-bye.